We bring you a deeply disturbing case out of Mamelodi, South Africa, a case of jealousy, anger, and uncontrolled rage that ended up in the death of 2 women and a near-fatal shooting of a third man. The South African police have arrested a 38-year-old Tebogo Nimisi. I think that is a kind of South African name, and I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it properly. I think at around that time, Tebogo was a tavern bouncer accused of brutally killing 2 cousins and opening fire on another man during a confrontation in the early hours of October 26, Sunday. So let me take you through how this tragedy unfolded. This is a confirmed case, and the South African police have confirmed the arrest of 38-year-old Tebogo, the man accused of killing 2 cousins at a spot. The 2 cousins were known as Shiamo and Baleseng Moramaga. I think Shiamo was 22 years old. She was just 22 years old, while Baleseng was only 21 years old. And there was this guy who Tebogo was said to have shot at, but he actually survived it. His name is Desmond. He was also seen giving account of what happened that very day. The incident happened between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. in Mahube Valley, Extension 17, Mamelodi East. The 2 girls were found dumped on the street with gunshot wounds to their head. After news spread, angry resident burns down Tebogo's house, and a lot of people have been talking about this particular house, and I really don't know if this is actually true. And according to rumor and reports, police later arrested him in a filling station, Pretoria filling station, while he was filling his car. The image of this house is actually, drawing concern on social media, while a lot of people are talking about it. According to rumor, the house belongs to Tebogo, and as you can see, it was already burnt by angry residents because of the incident that happened along Mamelodi Road. I mean, who does that? Who lives in this kind of house these days? Shiamo and Tebogo has been living together and been dating for over 2 years, but it was always argument and chaos among them. Tebogo was a guy with high temper, so one day they both had a serious argument, which lasted for over 6 days, if not for even a week. Shiamo would complain to her mother and even took the matter to social media to lament about how Tebogo has been saying threatening things to her, and also, dropping quote of weird words, like things that is kind of weird, and she was scared and wanted her audience to know what was happening. This is where the girl should have known that Tebogo was not the kind of man for her. But instead, she neglected the whole red flags and moved on dating him, in spite of his weird character of getting angry over little things or over anything he felt about his girlfriend, Shiamo. Sometimes this feeling might be wrong. Oh yes, it might be wrong, because when a man or woman start having this feeling of distrust over their partner, they begin to have more false feelings because their souls is already filled with disbelief. And I advise such relationships should be ended immediately. So the day Tebogo carried out the deadly mission, reports said amidst the argument they both had, he drove to where Shiamo and her cousin Baleseng were supposed to be having fun. But unlucky to Tebogo, they had already finished having fun and taking their drinks, so they were walking down the street, maybe to their home or whatever. So around the early hours of AM, I think that was already 2 a.m. in the morning. So Tebogo quickly drove to meet his girlfriend and the cousin along the street. Meanwhile, Shiamo and her cousin had met a guy named Desmond while they were walking down the street. As they were talking, suddenly they heard someone scream their names. Before she knew it, it was already her boyfriend, Tebogo. You won't believe what Tebogo did. Immediately, he got where these ladies were. He brought out his gun and firstly, he shot at Desmond, thinking maybe Desmond was one of his girlfriend's boyfriend or whatsoever, when someone is already angry. So he fired at Desmond repeatedly. Desmond narrowly escaped. He managed to escape, oh yes, with minor injury. So after that little moment, Tebogo went straight to meet his girlfriend, while his girlfriend was there standing with her cousin, Baleseng. And Tebogo and Shiamo started arguing. They both engaged in a very hot argument that got Tebogo very, very angry, to an extent he didn't know when he pulled the trigger and shot his girlfriend on the head, and also shot Baleseng on the head too. In the morning, news spread about the incident, and quickly Shiamo's mother rushed to the scene and saw her daughter and her cousin lying down dead with bullet wounds to their head each. She screamed uncontrollably, and Desmond was quickly rushed to the hospital, to a nearby hospital, to receive treatment. This was just all about jealousy, distrust, and anger. If a man or even a woman cannot control his or her anger, they will end up in the gutters. Women have a right to say no or yes to whosoever they feel like. I have even heard news when someone would take a girl to the hotel, and at the end of the day, that girl wouldn't want to sleep with the guy, and the guy would just get angry, and the next thing, he killed the girl. As for me, I think that is the highest form of entitlement. Sources close to the family point to a toxic dynamic argument over infidelity, possessiveness that escalated from emotional scars to fatal bullets. Tebogo's Unisi was seen in court on Wednesday, October 29, 2025, facing 2 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder. Emerging details point a chilling picture of an abusive relationship laced with jealousy, one that exploded into unimaginable horror around October 26, 2025. What started as a heated argument after a night out allegedly turned deadly. Do you know the nightmare didn't end there? As you can see, the motive is still under official investigation, but signs point to rage, jealousy, and a history of unresolved conflict. Shiamo was a talented beauty therapist, and Baleseng a third-year Bachelor of Education student, both with dreams of shaping their next generation. But both of them had their futures wiped out in a seconds. I mean, in the twinkle of an eye, everything went down the drain. And another reminder that unchecked anger and possessiveness can turn deadly.
Because like my daughter has been through this abusive relationship with the guy who we shall go for more.
I will like a fatal and it's like Rotlo and a coolie and Tama. None of you excited. One poacher this month to Oki, who mono with you. Ever. I fetch over like some pillars by gate. Taman no bullet. Come hotly and chair school here, Tomalo. Oh, I get hand like a child. And Jiki Timasoki. Kakwadi sell up. So ke shoke na ga tuncha bana bana.
So thomile ka wena o thomile o thuntsa
ba chawana ka mkho ba shadile ba mo ba bala ba o manyana sala ba kwatishana ona mbu
ke na le
na sa ta sa na sumtu na tagile ba ko
na le soba
ape na fitla na kwa bolela nna se out damana nka bolelena no hlagwa dia cha gino kwa take ya.
And this is the first time umona dimana zanga umona mo philong ba
like menje ke mo nexa ula bona batho no ba bona ku thabeni out bo ke ma